time. Hello, Philippines. Hello, Philippines. Hello, world. Hello, other parts of the world. Hello, Philippines. Hello, world. Hello, other parts of the world as well. This is again, I am a singer, eternal voice. At this point in time, I'll be able to talk about healthy foods in combination to health science and pure sciences. We will be talking a lot of sciences here, particularly the main purpose is for our healthy lifestyle. And then we're going to talk about also some basic and important chemical reactions that involves to really choose the right and appropriate food, what to eat, and also how we can help prevent some diseases that occurs in our lives. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, let's have prevention better than cure. Okay, so like that. So now I'll be able to show to you selecting food that is best to the health, right? Okay, so I have here, oh my gosh, rumbled. Okay, rumbled, cashew, okay, green peas, okay, corn, okay, and peanut. So I mixed it inside this container. So these are all unsaturated fatty acid. Okay, basically polysaturated fatty acid, which has the formula of carbon 18, H32, and 2 oxygen. Okay, like that again, 18 atoms of carbon, okay, 32 atoms of hydrogen, and 2 atoms of oxygen. Okay, so I don't have to prove that this is really a polyunsaturated fats or fatty acids. These are good to the health. Okay, like this. All kinds of nuts are good to the health. It doesn't contribute fats in our body. Some have, but only lower level, okay, compared to saturated fatty acids. So these are the cashew, the corn, the peanut, and the green peas. So look at this. Oh my gosh. So I could say this is expensive, okay, but I have no choice, or we have no choice, really, because we have the target to maintain our good health, right? To boost our health immune system and to improve our human system health system. Okay, immune deficiency, immune deficiency, immune health system, not deficiency. Sorry. Mmm, cashew. Mm. Cashew tastes sweet, right? Juice, okay, like that. So fructose also are bad if overconsumption, but okay, not that bad as compared to refined white sugar. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Fructose. Oh, I'm going to show you the formula of fructose. Oh my gosh. Chemical formula as well in combination with chemical reactions so that we are alert to really choose the appropriate and the right food what to eat. So basically, it's gonna be green leafy vegetables and citrus fruits because this kind of foods are rich in polyphenols. You know polyphenols? That is under phenolics, secondary metabolites. Okay, these are not, really needed for the growth of the plant cells like that. But this is really important to fight the herbivores or the any diseases that will attack the plants. Okay, so these are polyphenols. Okay, and then Okay. Good. Okay. We take in, by the way, we take in polyphenols in our body. Okay, like that. These are rich antioxidants. Okay, I'll discuss later what is really the function of the polyphenols. Okay, and I'll be able to show also chemical reaction. Okay, so that we are alert. What are the things to do, or what are the appropriate selection of food we need to discover so that we can improve our health. Something like that. Gosh. So I'm going to show to you the molecular structure of fructose. Okay. Fructose have the same uh, molecular formula with glucose glucose and galactose. Okay, because these sugars are simple sugars, primary sugars, or monosaccharide sugars when carbohydrates break down into our system. Okay, something like that. So fructose really is under ketosis. Okay, that's why we need to have ketogenic diets. We need to perform exercises, jogging and biking, so that this fructose will be burned out to expel as waste from our body. Since we have a lot of this not really burned out, okay, why or not digested? Why? Because we first burn out the glucose, the lactose, glyceraldehyde, and the ribose, right? So it will just be good to burn this out also. Okay, and the techniques are ketogenic diets, okay, intermittent fasting, like that, heavy exercises like this. Okay, meaning to say this is very difficult to burn out without applying too much energy. Okay, like this, or depending only our natural metabolism. So in our natural metabolism, the one who will burn first and digested, okay, and become wastes to expel our body are those sugars that belongs to aldoses. Okay, the galactose, the glucose. Okay, that's why we have glycolysis, the breakdown of glycogen into glucoses. Okay, that gives us energy every day. So like that. So this fructose will be, the second option only, like that. Now, if we will not do exercises, and then we keep on adding sugars and carbohydrates, then this fructose will become high. Okay, so this will also stir some important chemical reactions in our body, especially the function of, as what I read, the function of vitamin D will be affected, something like that, because of high fructose. So we need to burn out fructose also. Sugar usually comes from the fruits or the citrus fruits like lemon, like orange, okay, all citrus fruits, okay, like that. So we need to burn out this one also, okay, because automatically the one who will burn out first are those galactoses and glucoses in our body. Okay, is not available with blood glucose, or sugar in the blood. So that's the time that we need these ketosis sugars to be burned out, to be used up to drive our metabolism, something like this. Okay, so that's why I tell you again and again and again, it's not also good to keep on eating too much. Okay, even though your stomach are grinding, something like that, and then you found out that it is not really a true hungry. It's just only the good processing of your system, the digestive system, especially when you eat for breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning, like this, 6 o'clock in the morning, your breakfast, something like this. Okay. breakfast, 6 o'clock in the morning, okay, and you're getting hungry somewhere along on, let's say, 8 a.m., and you eat your snacks, okay, okay, at 8 a.m., if your stomach are sounding or have a sound like this, so that's a sign of good digestion process. It does not really mean that you are hungry, okay? Like that, because the normal processing of food or digestion of food, it will take 2 4 hours to 6 hours. Okay, okay, digestion of food. Our digestive system have 4 to 6 hours digestion process of food. Okay, with the solid and liquid substances. Now, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, just only 2 hours. Okay, so that could mean that the food you intake are not completely digested. Okay, so if you feel like a sort of hungry at a point in time at 8 o'clock, that means it is not a true hungry. That's a sign that your digestive system are performing the natural process of digestion. Okay, so that's the reason why most of the people are becoming fat, obese, and overweight because they fail to assess and evaluate that this is not really the true hungry. Okay, like that. Especially when you eat full and heavy in the morning, and then you may wonder why you are hungry at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's not like that. Okay, or it could be you practice to have that snacks every 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, regardless of the intake, how heavy your breakfast really is. So that's really wrong if you really pace to healthy lifestyle. Okay, like something like that. Okay, so in that way, you did not help your fructose, your ribulose, and the dihydroxyacetone ketosis sugars to burn out. Okay, and then you have a lot of sugars. Okay, like this. We have the ribose sugars. The ribose sugars are very important because it is very important in the protein synthesis, and especially in the genetic information coding. Okay, like that, a basis for hereditary traits and inheritance. The nucleic acid sequencing, the genetic information, we need sugar, and the sugar needed for ribonucleic acid in order to be used by the DNA synthesis for the genetic information, instruction to our body like that. So we need ribose. Okay, and this ribose is very important there. Okay, it is the same value with galactose, glucose. So we need to burn out ketosis first sugar, which are dihydroxyacetone, fructose, and ribulose. Okay, like this. So we cannot burn this properly immediately if we keep on eating high carbs, because the one we'll burn first is the galactose glucose, like this, on the aldosis family. So we can only use this through when we are very, hungry, prolonged fasting, exercises. That's why we need that physical exercises, because to burn out this ketosis sugars. That's why we call that as ketosis, the internal process of burning sugar, something like that, or burning calories, something like that. So these are the components that needs to be burned under ketosis process. Okay, like this. So fructose, I will show you the fructose. Okay, the fructose have the same formula with glucose and galactose. Okay, like this. And this formula represents carbohydrates. Okay. Don't be confused if the explanation will go like this. What is the molecular formula of carbohydrate? Your answer will be the same as the molecular formula of glucose, galactose, and fructose. Okay, like this. So like this. Okay, this is the formula of molecular formula of glucose, which is the blood sugar. Okay, regulation of our blood sugar. Okay, this is the glucose. 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen under hexoses family. Okay, so monosugar. And then the fructose is also monosugar but under ketosis. Okay, the lactose, the same formula also with this. Okay, for the example, if the examination will goes like this, which of the following has the formula of C6H12O6, and then the choices will be A, galactose, B, glucose, C, fructose, like this, and D, none of the above. Your answer will be A, B, and C because glucose, galactose, and fructose have the same molecular formula, 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. Okay, like that. And if a question will say like this, what is the sugar found in the bloodstream? Your answer will be glucose. Again, the same molecular formula, 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. Now, what is the sugar present in citrus fruits? Okay, your answer will be also fructose. Okay, so having examination like that also sometimes, okay, we meet that in the examination, okay, because sugars are very basic and common for chemistry. Okay, like this. Okay, now I will show you the formula of fructose because we know already the formula of glucose. I showed you before, right, in my previous discussion, right? So fructose lang siya. Okay, because it relates to the food I have in my hand. Okay, I have here, okay, strawberry, strawberry. Okay, why the strawberry? The color is pink, reddish, and a little bit of red, pinkish, something like that. What's the reason behind for this? The explanation to this is due to anthocyanin. Okay, anthocyanin component of a polyphenol. So this contributes the color. Okay, anthocyanin component. Okay, if the question was in the examination like this, what is responsible? A blank is a polyphenol component responsible for the color of grapes, apples, and strawberry. Your answer will be anthocyanin. Okay, Enthocyanin. Okay, member of the polyphenol family, something like that. Okay, so strawberry is also rich in antioxidant. Okay, antioxidant will fight all the oxidative stresses in our body. Okay, as we all know, we are loaded with oxygen atoms inside our body. Okay, now because there are too much of oxygen in our body, okay, it will really produce a single atom inside our body. And those oxygen cannot find a pair for their existence there because they are too much and very reactive. Okay, single atoms, so that's unstable. And then by principles of chemistry, they need to be paired with other electrons or charges from other substances in order to behave in a stable manner. Now, they are not unstable. What will happen? They keep on attacking and destroying, okay, the oxygen content and the charges of other food substances like the protein, the DNA, the phospholipids, and the fats. And this single atom uncharged particles of oxygen, so they are not stable. So they will destroy our cells, and time will come, our cells will be damaged. Okay. At the time our cells will be damaged in different parts of our organ, so these are what we call now as free radicals. Now, if the certain cells of our organs are slowly damaging, that's the time our cell membranes of different organs are adaptive to different bad bacteria, bad microorganisms, germicidal actions, and the viruses. Okay, now in order these free radicals brought by the single atom oxygen to be stabilized so that they will not destroy our cells inside our body, then we need to eat citrus fruits and green leafy vegetables that are full of antioxidants like this, the strawberry. So now, if we eat regularly strawberry, grapes, lemon, orange, apple, banana, or any kind of citrus fruits, now the free radicals will be stable now and will no longer destroy our cells. So the oxidative stress will be defeated and destroyed. Now it will not damage our cells. Now there will be no diseases coming in our immune system because these free radicals are all killed. Because these free radicals are the outlet, okay, for the bacteria, viruses, microorganisms, and germs. Now, if it let them stable, okay, these free radicals, so they will behave properly in stability as stable electrons or charged oxygen now. They will create now from the electrons from other substances, so they will not destroy our cells anymore. Something like that. And that's the time these viruses, bad microorganisms, bad bacteria, they could no longer sit in there because there's no free radicals anymore. Okay? Because we are strong. Our immune system are full of antioxidants. So the oxidative stress brought by these free radicals, which is the single atoms not stable inside our body, are being defeated. So that's the science behind why we need to eat citrus fruits and green leafy vegetables. Because antioxidants are not only found in citrus fruits, but of course in green leafy vegetables also. That's why medicines are fortified and blended with flavonols, which are mainly the polyphenols or the strong antioxidants, so that it can kill the bacteria, the viruses, and any cancer-causing diseases or any pathogens or any organisms that can cause diseases that will attack our immune system. So all medicines are blended with antioxidants and also the flavonoid, which has a medicinal purpose and an antiviral and an antibacterial agent belong to the secondary metabolite, okay, group, along with phenols, terpenoids, and alkaloids. Okay, so that's the function behind with that. So that's why we should eat regularly fruits and vegetables. Okay, like that. Though these fruits are also blended in different food supplements, especially to those people who are very, very tired to squeeze lemon, to peel the skin of the fruits, then it's easy for them to drink easily. The drinks like the intra, okay, lifestyle food supplements, or any kind of capsules, because it's just the same. The only difference that coming from fruits are very fresh. Okay, fresh juices. It's more a little bit better than those food supplements, though have the same value. It adds nutritional facts, minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, blah blah blah, so and so. In my part, since I don't have an immune system regarding those multivitamins, vitamins, and supplements. What I mean is that I am not practicing that for a long time. Okay, I don't take it in my system. I rely with natural. Okay, I don't buy food supplements ever since. Okay, that's why I practice on fresh fruits and vegetables or any healthy foods that is necessary for our immune system to boost and improve our human system or health system, blah, 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 so and so. Okay. Now, if you are very busy working, you don't have time to, to peel, Sometimes it will also, to squeeze some the lemon, something like that. You have to get the knife. So others will just drink immediately, so it will save their time also. Okay. And they are used to that because they are immune to that since they are young. Their parents give them multivitamins or supplements, but me in my part when I was young, we don't have enough money. That's why I used to grow up without those food supplements and vitamins because it's really a cost. Okay, we are not really having that match financially also. And now it become my culture. Until now, I don't have any food supplements and any vitamins. Okay, so I'm relying with organic fruits and vegetables directly. Okay, something like that, and choosing the right kind of food, what to eat. Okay, because I told you a while ago, I have already symptoms in my liver. Then that's the time I'm awakened. Okay, so I'm very careful now. I have to do my regular exercises. I have to choose the right food, what to eat, because my liver is becoming fat before. And then I have a very high triglycerides level, something like that. And then I was very afraid, I lost hope. I'm getting depressed. Okay, like this. So at the time, since then, it's almost 3 years now, I'm practicing this way of selecting the right food. Okay, like that. So I really cut the refined sugar, the white sugar in my coffee and everything. And as much as I could, I'll avoid sweet foods like that, except for fruits and vegetables. And some, coffee, like coffee that is 3 in 1, that is Ali coffee. Okay. Because sometimes my tongue needs also sugar. Sometimes I cannot resist really, but once a month only. If I crave a 3 in 1 coffee, the Ali coffee really, because every day daily daily ala tool, I will just eat without. I just drink coffee without sugar, and sometimes really once in a month. I'll buy also 3 pieces of Ali coffee, 3 in 1. Because I really crave. I cannot survive. Not really cannot survive. My tongue really wants that once in a while, something like that. Okay, just like soft drinks. I'll never drink soft drinks, right? Most of the times, but I only drink once a while, 1 piece in a month, something like that, 1 bottle. Because I really crave also. Okay, since I am still, alive. Okay, I need to enjoy good food, right? So that's why I'm cheating also once in a while. Okay, but for me, I'll really eradicate. Wow, I really sometimes also I cannot resist. I crave also for Doritos like this, chippy. But thanks to God, 3 months already, I didn't crave for that. Okay, so there are times that I really crave, but I just divert my thinking to healthier foods rather than those junk foods. Okay, this one, go back to the strawberry. So that's the function of antioxidants in our body to fight the oxidative stress because of these free radicals. Okay, like the same story. All medicines, vaccines, uh, uh, capsule, all have really this medicinal, components coming from the organic plants. Okay, they're just inserted there in the laboratory testing. That's why if you keep on eating the healthier foods, drinks, then no need for you to buy supplements like this. But if you are used to that, then continue. Okay, no problem. That will be better also for you. But in my side, I don't practice that one for a long time. That's why me is different also. Okay, thank you so much for that. Going back to the formula of fructose. Okay, the fructose, the double bond is in the second carbon, starting from the top, something like that. And again, this is a covalent bond, sharing of electrons. I will show you. Okay, this fructose, and I need to discuss where the reaction could take place to have a polar environment regarding the water, right? water is a polar substance. Then it will react to the sugar. And sugar, as we know, it has a high affinity to water. Then it will go along with the water because this is a water-loving substance, hydrophilic substance, high affinity with water, and sugar is soluble to water. That's why it's easy for the sugar to escape from our organs inside our body compared to the phospholipids, compared to the fats, compared to the cholesterol, compared to the triglycerides, blah, 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 so and so. So, the sugars are really, reactive to water. Okay, and I'll show you where the water will react to this fructose so that the fructose will be burned out from our body. Okay, so that we can maintain our weight. Okay, especially if you have weight loss program now, then you can understand really what are the technique to become, not to be fat, not to be overweight. Like, for example, me, last 2 weeks ago, I am 64 kilograms. And then now I am 61.5 to 62 kilograms. A very large drop on my weight. Really. And this is done with this, keeping on researching, studying, exploring really the healthier foods. Okay. And then I found out that yogurt, grapes, green tea, like that are those food and drinks that can easily triggers the weight loss of a human body, something like that. I found out really, especially grapes. I ate almost every night grapes, and then my blood pressure it becoming low. It was 120 last 2 weeks ago, and now it's 110. My gosh. And I found out also based on my study, personal study, the more you have a lower blood pressure is more good compared to the higher blood pressure because the more you have a high blood pressure, you are adapted to hypertension, hyperglycemia, type 2 diabetes, obesity, overweight, stroke, and heart attack, and especially cardiovascular diseases, the atherosclerosis or the atherosclerosis. Okay, like that. So now I will discuss to you the leveling of our blood pressure. Actually, we have the arteries. Okay, the left and the right arteries, something like that. So they will, pumping the oxygen, something like that there. And then we have what we call the systolic and the diastolic. Okay, the systolic, are the large amount, systolic, right? Okay, like that. And the range will be 69 to 79, 60 to 79, like that. That is the denominator. That is for normal person. 60 to 79 will be your denominator. And the numerator will be like this, 100 to 119, the numerator. So that is normal, very normal or healthy person. Again, the numerator for the blood pressure will be 100 to 119 for a healthy person over 60 to 79. I will show you. Okay, 100. Okay. 100 to 119. This is millimeters mercury because that's the basis as a unit of the pressure of the blood. Okay, you remember in physical chemistry, millimeters mercury is the unit of pressure, same as the atmosphere. 1 atmosphere is equals to 760 mmHg, like that. Okay, remember that one? Okay, 1 atmosphere is equals to 14.7 pounds per square inch, the unit of pressure, something like that. Okay, and there's also bar. Okay, 1 bar is equals to 14.7 psi, something like that. A lot of units of pressure. We have to understand that the unit of pressure in our blood pressure is specifically mmHg, no other. Okay, because maybe it will come also in the examination, blah blah blah. Blanc is the unit of pressure in our system, the blood pressure A, like like that. Your answer will be NNHG because normally the doctor or the nurse will not say that that is NNHG. You will say just, oh, your BP is 110 over 80. They did not specify the unit. Okay, it's already understood that that is the pressure. Okay, if you try to be strict, that is wrong because a pressure has a unit. You got my point? A pressure is a physical property that has a unit. It is not unitless. Now, when you say 110 over 80, though it is understood already, but to be precise and accurate, you should have unit for that. For example, my blood pressure is 110 mmHg over 80 mmHg because that's pressure. Okay, that's not volume, that's not density, that's not concentration, that's not degree Celsius. But since we are practicing that for a long time, that we mean that that is already a pressure. Okay, let's excuse that one. Okay, but the true or the reality is that is having a unit which is the NNHG, especially in examination purposes. Okay, maybe the examination purposes have like this. Okay, the blood pressure 170 over 80, and then there's a lot of choices there, and you answer the 170 80, and there's no unit. Okay, because that's what the doctor saying. The nurse saying they don't put the NNHG as a unit of your blood pressure. Be careful also. Okay, though we know that it is really understood that we don't have to put NNHG as a unit of pressure when we say blood pressure. Okay, going back to the numerator, charot. Okay, so the numerator is 100 to 119 mmHg, that's the range. And also the denominator is 60 to 79. So, okay. You have to monitor this pressure because this is very important for our health. Okay, something goes abnormal if we don't track our blood pressure and also the weight. Okay, not necessarily the height, but the height is only necessary for getting the body mass index to determine you are healthy, obese, overweight. But for me, or really in the reference books I've studied, it's always the weight and the blood pressure should be maintained regularly, should be in the range that is healthy for an individual, something like that. Okay, this is the range for the blood pressure. 100 over 119, 60 over 17. Now, last week, I go to the clinic and my blood pressure is 110 over 70. Diba? So, sa pool, pasok siya sa range. Right? And then this is really the good range for a healthy person. Now, if your range will go 120 to 138, something like that, okay, and 80 to 89 blood pressure, then the medical students are very accurate and very smart for this. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not really a medical professional, but I'm just studying this, okay, and research a lot. So please correct me if I will got wrong, okay, because this is not my expertise, okay, something like that. Okay, so the pre-hypertension, meaning to say before hypertension will occur. Pre is a prefix attached to hypertension, meaning before, prior, something like that. So pre-hypertension, like this. Okay, pre-nuptial, before the wedding, like that, like that. Prehistoric area. The word pre means prior, before. That's meaning in English. Okay, so since high blood pressure is a hypertension, so that's why we put pre, before hypertension or before high blood pressure. Okay, now before you can attain before high blood pressure or pre-hypertension, so you have 120 over 138 mmHg pressure of your blood in the numerator, and your denominator will be 80 over 89 mmHg. So meaning to say, if you are in the range here, you should be also extra careful because you are now in the pre-hypertension stage. Now, if you keep on eating oily foods, too much meat, too much carbohydrates, blah blah blah, so and so, this triggers the increase of your blood pressure. So that's why we need to choose the appropriate food, healthier food and healthy drinks in our system because you are now in the pre-hypertension. So it's better to be in this healthy range, which is 100 over 119 mmHg over 16, 17 mmHg. And thank God, my blood pressure is in the healthy stage. Okay? Because if you are here in the pre-hypertension, very close to hypertension, then there's a possibility if you are an obese and overweight, heart attack and stroke will come in, especially if you have too much high fats in your body or triglycerides occur in your body beyond 150 milligrams per deciliters, or you have a cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol, low density lipoprotein, which is above 100 milligrams per deciliter. Sir Sotero, how can we convert milligrams per deciliter? Deciliters. It's up to you. If you have a conversion factors, then you can derive that one. DC, we know that one, right? 10 to the negative 2, like that. Milli, 10 to the negative, like this, negative 6, something like that. Or, okay, like that. Negative 3, sorry, negative 3, something like that. Okay? So, because the micro is the negative 6. Okay? Like that. So, you have to convert that one and then you can project the level of your triglycerides, cholesterol, sugar, blah, 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 so and so, and the uric acid. It's always gonna be like that. The results of your medical examination is always like that. Okay? And then other parameters also such as the creatinine. The creatinine is an identification also that you have stones in your kidney. Okay, creatinine. Kidney function will be damaging if you have a very high creatinine level also. Not only the uric acid also, okay? So those are the parameters, basic parameters that I knew, but there are a lot of basic parameters in the reflection and declaration and the medical examination after you go to the doctor, okay? Like that. Okay, going back to fructose. Oh my gosh, too much. Okay, charot. Okay, and now where is my strawberry? Strawberry is rich in anthocyanin. Oh my gosh. Okay, and rich in flavonoid. Flavonoid, Sotero, flavonoid, really, because those flavonoids are under polyphenols that will fight cancers, cardiovascular diseases, blah, 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 so and so, improve heart health, improve digestive system, okay, will fight the bad bacteria, something like that, okay, will kill the viruses, something like that, okay. That's the main reason why the incorporate or they put flavonoid in the vaccine. Okay, secondary metabolite. So the composition and ingredients are very important. The reactions, because if the reactions are not effective, then the vaccine is useless. Something like that. Okay. So it should be, properly computed what amount of flavonoid necessary to react to these viruses in order for them to kill, something like that, at a certain, temperature, blah, 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 at a certain concentration, at a certain amount of or dosage. So you should be careful in administering how many drops will go into your, skin. You should be, particular for that because there is a specific computation where these flavonoids will become effective in that vaccine to fight the virus, something like that, together with other ingredients also. So that's why it's very important you administer the vaccine in an appropriate manner, well studied, and really a medical professional to do that. Okay, not only the assistant, okay, and only listening to the training, listening to the okay, like that. It should be a professional, medical professionals, not other courses. Me, not allowed also. Engineers are not allowed, okay? Other courses are not allowed to administer. Only medical professional, okay? Exclusive, something like that. Okay, because they know that very very well. Okay, so that's the point there. Okay, especially for the side effects, for those situation that they administered improperly the vaccination, and the patients also have symptoms. Okay, and they are hiding for how many years, and they don't tell to the doctor, and then they receive the vaccine. Of course, the side effects, they could have high blood pressure, okay, fever, because they don't reveal to the doctor what are their diseases prior to vaccination. That's why if you try to be vaccinated, you should be healthy. Okay, even though heartbeat, fast heartbeat, if you feel that one, stop vaccinating. Do not go there because your blood pressure is increasing. Okay, so do not be vaccinated. Okay, so meaning there's a hypertension and your adrenaline hormone is very high. Okay, if your adrenaline hormone is very high because you are afraid what will happen to you if you receive the vaccine, because so many have negative side effects that you see in the social media and the message. Don't receive the vaccine because problem for you. Okay, because it is immune system composed also with a mental state of mind, not only the physical. Okay, it's also include the mental state of mind, because brain is a messenger to all the hormones in our body. So if the brain is the messenger and your brain is too much stress, and then you'll become depressed and afraid, and then of course the vaccine will be affected in your immune system that could not run smoothly and normally. Probably you can receive side effects also after that, even though you have no diseases, because your heartbeat is very fast, you're afraid like that, even though you're a normal person, but your heartbeat is very fast. Heart is very essential in the immune system. Okay, the heart, the brain, like this. Now if you feel afraid, that's really minus already. Okay, do not undergo vaccination. Kalas, no need to explain like this. Okay, because that's really sabotable. Okay, if you feel afraid and psychologically unstable, in your mind is very like this because you are very wary like this, then do not receive the vaccine. Kalas. Okay, because it matters a lot. That's part of immune system, the mental state of mind, how you think, how you behave in a certain situation. It's also a part of immune system of a person. Not only the physical health, the physiological, aspects inside our body and the anatomy structure of our different organs. Not only that, composed of our immune system, including how we think, the mental state of mind, the way how we behave in certain situation. That's a total and overall immune health system of an individual. Meaning to say, immune health system is both internal and external parameters to any individual. Okay, like that. Both the outside and the inside is really a component for a good health immune system, not only inside our body. And in fact, the brain and the mind contributes a lot to be depressed, to be stressed, to be afraid, anxiety. Okay, even though you don't have disease, you can even commit suicide because you are very depressed. Imagine you don't have any disease, but you kill yourself. See, because that is for the brain, the mental health. It's very, very important in our well-being, in our immune health system. Not only the inside of our body, which is the brain, like that, blah blah blah, so and so. Okay, so be ready with yourself when you try to do the vaccination, and then try to eliminate all your worries. Don't be afraid, something like that. Okay, and most don't be feel afraid, because if you're afraid, worry, and then your heartbeat will be fast, something like that, and your adrenaline is very high. And adrenaline also is secreted by our endocrine system. Okay, and endocrine is part of our health immune system. What will happen? Okay, there's abnormality already. Plus, the vaccine will react to that inside your body. Bingo. So you will receive side effects. Sure, 100%. Okay, like that. Because a vaccine is formulated to healthy person. Okay, vaccine is not created to kill a person. Okay, it is scientifically proven to heal the person against any viruses, bacteria. that will attack our immune system. Okay, it is the people how they administer the vaccination, or it is the people or the one who received the vaccine that are not really observant what are the proper things and health protocols before doing the vaccination. Okay? As I can saw also in the TV, a lot of obese, fat people, old people are really having the side effects. Of course, because they are already old. Okay, their collagen is very less. Okay, they're very fat. Okay, so of course, there's a possibility that the vaccine will have side effects to them. Okay, there's no issue about that. Okay, because this vaccine is really for healthy people, normal people without any diseases and symptoms. Now, if you are very fat and you have symptoms in, high sugar, high cholesterol, don't you think there's no side effects when you receive the vaccine? Have. Okay, so that's why be ready when you go to the vaccination. Be sure that you are healthy, not afraid. Your heartbeat is normal, your blood pressure is normal. Okay, something like that. So everything you ready yourself, and don't blame the AstraZeneca. Okay, don't blame the Pfizer because it's your fault, not the vaccine. Okay, like that, because there's no vaccine created to kill a person. I'm sure to that. That's under scientific research. It takes 2 years to 5 years to formulate a vaccine because it's not easy to formulate the organic compounds, medicinal characteristics to be inserted in that vaccine. It takes so many years. Okay, and then you will just say it will kill a person. How come? Okay, so there's no basis, there's no scientific basis behind. Maybe those people are unprofessional enough to administer that vaccine. Those patients have symptoms of any diseases. They keep on hiding. They will never reveal to the doctor. Blah blah blah. So and so. Okay, that's very clear. I no need to. If you have question, then ask me. Okay. So the susceptibility is very important of the individual. Individual susceptibility and individual resistance or individual immunity matters the most when you receive the vaccine. Okay, like that. It matters the most. Something like that. Okay, so like that. Again, this is the strawberry. Too much talking, oh, Sir John. Why like this? Okay, going back to the formula of fructose. Gosh. Okay. This said fructose is bad. No, actually, it's not really that bad. It will just become bad if there's too much consumption. Okay, because we cannot also gain fructose only by fruits, also by the reaction inside our body. A lot of reaction that can produce also fructose, right? So ganan. Okay, it's not really that coming directly to the fruits. Of course, that's the main source of fructose, but there's also reaction inside our body that produce fructose, right? Okay. So this one. So fructose is 6 carbons under hexoses family, and the ketosis one, charot, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, second carbon at the top. Okay, oh my gosh. One, like this. Ganon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. Like this. Okay. Ganon siya. Okay. Then, ganon. Ganon. Okay. So, ganon siya. Okay, this one. H, H, OH, H, OH, H, OH. See, a lot of polar environment. So the water will really react for sure. Okay. There's a lot of polar oxygen will react to the hydrogen like this, and the hydrogen will react to oxygen. So bingo. That's why this fructose can be easily burned out if we really want to do exercise, physical activities, a lot of exercise, dili-dili ala tool, something like that. Or it's up to you really. What is your, routine exercise, something like this, okay? My gosh. Okay, sorry. So this is the fructose. Ano we count ha? Okay. Tanawon jud nato. Okay ba? Ganun. So, carbon 12. Okay. H. Okay, H. Oxygen 6. Okay. Ganon. Okay. Ito siya. This is, sorry for that ha. This is the molecular structural formula. Okay, and this is the general molecular formula. Just take note the word structural, because if you speak structural, matters the most are the spatial arrangement or the orientation where those elements can be attached, whether it is top, bottom, left, or right, something like that. Orientation, okay, something like that. Okay, so that's why isomers have the same molecular formula but differs in their arrangement, molecular structure, and spatial arrangement and properties, but the same molecular formula. Okay, this is fructose, right? So carbon 6, H12, and O6. If you count that one by one, it will equal to be here. There are 6 oxygen if you will count here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hydrogen 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ganon. Okay? And carbon 6. Okay. There's a double bond in the second carbon from the top. Something like that. Okay. Now, this one, C6H12, the same as galactose, right, and glucose. So they are isomers with each other because they have the same molecular formula, but differs or have different molecular structural formula or orientation of their bonding, and then also the physical properties. Okay. Because if you have double bond, as I told you over and over again, if your molecular structural formula have double bond, okay, even though you have the same general formula, it's very difficult to break that bond if you apply lesser energy. Okay, you should have more energy applied to break that double bond. So if that is the case, fructose have double bond here, for example only ha, and then the glucose have no double bond, then the physical property of the fructose have high boiling point compared to the glucose, because physical property, right, have this different physical property isomers, but the same molecular formula. So the more it has double band and triple bonds, the more it will be not break easily. Okay, then you will apply more energy, so that's higher boiling point. Because sometimes examination will be like this: which of the following is a higher boiling point? A, sucrose, ganon. B, alcohol. C, aldehyde. D, fructose. Like, and if you don't have an idea what is the basis of boiling point, then you will be in trouble. Okay, the basis of boiling point is really the molecular weight. The more it has a high molecular weight, the more it is not easy to break that certain element or compound, then that is attaining a higher boiling point. Okay, by theory. Okay, no need to prove because by theory only. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's why some questions will be like this: which of the following substances has a high boiling point? Which of the following substances has a high freezing point? Which of the following? A, B, C, D. So that's actually a science examination will always be like that, right? Under theory. And now, if you are only fan of problem solving because you studied every time problem solving from morning to night, and then you forgot the theory and the basic foundation of chemistry, something like that, or any sciences, then you will be lost also. Okay? Because in the examination, there are not many difficult problems will be given there. Okay? Only average, so that the students who take the examination will really pass. Okay? Like that. So, but the problems are we take for granted for the basic foundation of pure sciences, because some also sciences will not be discussed thoroughly when you are now in college. Okay, because it is understood that it's discussed mainly in the high school. Okay, in your high school level, right? There's a chemistry there. So it is understood that it should be discussed there properly. And you will start your science knowledge there when you're in high school. And then when you go to college, expected you are not very master for that. Okay, even though they will go back again to discussion, but not really that, very solid anymore compared to your high school. And there's a little bit of addition, like this, blah, 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 so on. And then we focus to problem solving all the time in college. Problem solving. Okay, especially engineering, a lot of problem solving will be there. Okay, mathematics. Okay, a lot of, you will be shocked. Something like that. And then they're focusing to that and very good. Okay, like that. And then, as I said earlier, some are not really good in theory. That's why they fail to pass the board examination. Okay, like that. Or the examination because they failed to understand the theory, the foundation, the processes, like this, the science, really it goes back there in the backbone of the foundation, of what is really that. Okay, that's the point. Okay. So isomers and isotopes are have the same meaning, but their contexts are different because these isomers are more on organic chemistry. Isotopes are more on the inorganic chemistry. Okay, so these isotopes, elements that have the same number of atoms or protons, but differ in their number of mass numbers are different. Okay, so remember that one, huh? Atomic number, mass number, neutrons, protons, electrons, the charges. You should remember that one, which is isotope of the other, blah, 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 so on, so, okay? Like that. Especially the half-life reaction, like this, you have to compute where this element to be degraded or to be decayed after 2 years, what will happen to this. For example, uranium, like this, after how many years? What is the half-life reaction of this uranium? How long will it decay? Something like that. So you should remember that principle also in chemistry. Okay? Maybe it will be applied here, but I think so it's not. That's only nuclear chemistry. Okay? Nuclear chemistry is very enjoyable, right? Nuclear. Okay, because you deal with, protons, neutrons, atoms, the fission reaction, the fusion reaction, missiles, the principle of missiles, rockets inside the outer space are governed by nuclear chemistry. Okay, like the NASA, okay, the National Astronomical, like this. Okay, my God, so that's nuclear chemistry. Okay, go back to organic chemistry. Okay, like that. So that's fructose. Okay. And now you know na ha, that's fructose. Okay. Okay. Now we go back to the formula of uh, polyphenol. Oh no, polyphenol, usually the component is flavonoid, right? I will discuss to you why flavonoid is very important as a medicine, as a component of medicine, like this. Okay. Flavonoid. Like this. Oh my gosh. Flavanol or flavonoid will be just belong to the same family. Only that flavanol is an alcohol. Okay, because it's NOL, somewhat related to alcohol family. But this flavonoid is really the main parent component of this, antiviral agent or composition of the vaccine, something like that. Okay, so this is gonna be like this. Oh my gosh. Ganun ha. Okay. Be careful with the double bond because the benzene, the benzene ring, C6 and C6H6, 6 atoms of carbon and 6 atoms of hydrogen. The benzene ring will be the bases, okay, of aromatic hydrocarbons. So these flavonoids belong to the aromatic because there's a ring or a polygon or a diamond, something like this, okay? Oh my gosh. Okay. And then here, actually, you don't have to memorize, just understand only, okay? Because you know, so many formula, so many molecular structural formula, you will be confused if you will memorize. Just get the, you know, the technique, why to be like this, especially the double bonds, the single bond are very important because you can manage what, if, for example, if there are six number electrons in the outermost shell, and then it could be bonded to other elements, and then what will remain, and then it's not enough here, sometimes there's excess here, so you will label it as a hydrogen, like that. So because in hydrocarbon, if we don't mention that one in the corner to corner, that is hydrogen. Like this, for example, this one. There's a three diamond, right? Okay, three diamond. So this is the flavonoid. This is under the secondary metabolite, okay, which is the function for this is not really for the growth of the plant cells, but the importance for this is really to fight any enemies of the plants, which are the bad microorganisms, bad bacteria that will kill them, okay, to grow, okay, because they need to grow properly also so that they can yield enough fruits, something like that, or any vegetables like this. So they also have enemies to match, the insects, something like that, the ants, the grasshoppers. Then these kinds of insects will kill them. So that's why this flavonoid is a component found in the plant to kill them so that they can grow properly. The same principle, if that is the case that will kill them, so we can also apply that in the human body, the same principle. So we have also viruses that will attack in our system, for example, virus, then it should also be killed because we take already the flavonoid that we take from the plants. You understand the point? So that is directly proportionally related to each other. Okay, if the plants survive because of this flavonoid component against their enemies, which are the bad bacteria, the grasshopper, the insects, the same will hold through with a person because we eat the food coming from the plants and we receive the flavonoid content already. Since not enough, we know that because there's a lot of biochemical synthesis in our body, so not really that adequate enough as a medicinal property, then that's why we need to add in our supplements, in our vitamins, multivitamins, and we add that also in the vaccine. Okay, that's the point there. So without the plants, this vaccine will not be effective because the flavonoid is coming from the plants. Okay, like that. So the flavonoid has really a medicinal characteristic, an antiviral component that's come from the plants. It's very clear, right? Okay, now we go back here. So this is the flavonoid. Okay, now take note. From flavonoid alone, take note. From flavonoid alone, there are two oxygen banded with a second benzene ring, right? So oxygen is polar. Okay. Why polar? Because it will attract to water later on. Okay, water has hydrogen ion. Then it will attract to the negative charge of oxygen. So when they react, of course, this flavonoid is reacted to water and they will be hydrophilic with each other. They will react with each other, something like that. Okay, so that's why we have solvent in the vaccine also. It's impossible that you will never add water also. That's why. How can it will become liquid if there's no water, right? So that's the purpose behind. Or else the vaccine will be solid. So once it is a liquid, there's a water added on it. Okay, already. Okay, water not necessarily pure water, but water it could be a juice from the plant. That's already water. Okay, if you extract that to the laboratory, okay, the water we drink is not really that what I mean. Even though the juice we extract from the fruits, that's already have water. If we try to deliver that to the laboratory, there's a water content there. But when we see in our eyes, that's not water. what I mean is it has water. Okay, though it's not the same the colorless water we drink like that. That's not what I mean. It has a content water found naturally. Okay, that's why it's liquid. The vaccine is liquid, right? Like a yellow green color, something like that, or a yellowish. That's the color of the the organic medicinal content that added in the vaccine. So this flavonoid has two oxygen. So this will react to water also. Okay, something like that, and this will trap the viruses, okay, like that, and then because the free radicals will be attracted to this, okay, like that, because the unstable oxygen in our body, as I discussed a while ago, okay. So if we don't have free radicals, then there's no virus will come in our system. So what for? Okay, this virus love free radicals in order for them to survive, just like a person also. We need to eat in order to survive, and these viruses also need free radicals to survive. Since they found out that that person have so much free radicals, that's why they will go inside our system. Okay, that's why we receive that disease, something like that. Okay, that's the very clear explanation, right? Okay, so this is oxygen. Okay, now we have flavanol. Okay, flavanol. Okay, so if we can understand really what's going on with formulation, blah blah blah. Okay, through chemical reaction for that vaccine or whatever, how it will become effective, ganon ganon. Okay, so you have really to scientifically prove, not just if receive the vaccine, alas, like that. No, it's not like that because it is not an assurance that you receive the vaccine, you will no longer be attacked with a virus. Okay, it's not an assurance. Okay, because vaccine is a treatment and a cure. It's not a prevention. Okay, going back. Okay, okay. Again, vaccination is a treatment and a cure, not a prevention. Okay, there's a possibility you can still be contacted with another viruses after that if you will never continue the health protocols apply daily a la tool. Okay, so maintain all the time social distancing, avoid yourself with a crowd, always wear a mask, personal hygiene, like that. Still continue that one and eat the right kind of food, the green leafy vegetables, citrus fruits, like that, blah blah blah, so and so. Or it would be much better if you will do an exercise. Okay, it will help a lot for our good metabolism to release the toxins from our body and to release the bad bacteria from our body because these bad bacteria and toxins are friend with virus. You understand? So they are grouped with an enemy to our body. So if they were going in a party, they will attract with each other these bad bacteria. They're very happy. Virus, toxins, like that. That's why if you remove these toxins and the bacteria also, this virus also cannot stay there for a long time because he has no friend inside our system. Especially the free radicals or also which are their life is not longer there also. Okay, because we have too much antioxidants in our body, we have a very full of nutrients, our immune system is very strong, like that. So there will be no, diseases that will come in our system if we will just, take care and know what's the best thing to really to fight this diseases, something like that. Okay, so just like that. Okay, just like a war. Okay, so don't worry, we have a lot of good bacteria inside our body, a microbiome family, okay, existing in our inside our system. Okay, that's why we need to eat more on probiotics foods also, huh? Okay, like yogurt, like that, because it will improve and boost our good bacteria to fight the bad bacteria and the viruses. Okay, like this. Okay, though yogurt is very expensive. I think so. Okay, only one pieces, 1.5 or 2, something like that. See, imagine a dili-dili alato, I eat that. Okay, every night. And I have no choice. I have to prevent, right? Rather than not. Okay, my gosh. Okay. Green tea also, or Different kinds of tea also have good in digestion process also. Okay, tea. But please do not put white sugar. Okay, do not put white sugar because if you put, so it will not be effective anymore. Something like that. Okay, or if you want, put very small, but brown sugar. Okay, better than the white sugar. Okay, this is more raw, raw sugar, meaning it was not processed by several chemical separation processes, and then it's still a little bit of natural and organic compared to the white, which is undergoing so many processes from extraction, crystallization, distillation, something like that. Okay, so oh my gosh, problem. Okay, so flavanol, this one. Okay, this is the flavanol. This is very important in the vaccine. Okay, like this. And we have the OH. The OH also will react to water because OH is a hydroxyl group, negative charge, the same as oxygen, negative 2. So if there are charges that will react to the polar substance, which is the water. Okay, water. Water is a polar substance. Okay, something. Take note, in this flavonoid, there is four unshared electrons. Let's emphasize, okay? One, two. Let's apply octet rule here, the Lewis dot structure in chemistry. Okay, something like that. Okay. So look at the flavonoid. There are four electrons unshared. Okay. Now, if you add that with water, especially if you make the composition of a vaccine, something like that, so it will react to the water. Okay, this for electrons to be stable enough. Okay, something like that. Four unshared electrons. Okay, and here also in the double bond. So one, two, three, four. There's still two. Okay, two. So Sotero, why only four? Yes, because there's a double bond. You have to count, right? This single bond count that as a shared already. Electrons. One, two, three, four, five, six. So there are six electrons, all in all. The two electrons of this oxygen in the outermost shell of an oxygen has been shared to this aromatic ring or this benzene ring. Now, the unshared electrons, one, two, three, four, are very hungry to other substance to be reacted with, something like this inside our body, okay, or inside our system. Okay, like that. Okay, this one. Okay, and the other one also has also excess or unshared electrons too. Why only two Sotero? Because there's a double band. It's about one, two, three, something like that. Okay, one, two, three. So one, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, like you count the band, the, and then total it, something like that. So basically, this flavonoid undergo a covalent band because sharing of electrons, okay? And then specifically non-polar covalent band, okay? So usually non-polar covalent band are the reaction to certain medicinal, okay, components that we take in our body. Because if there's no unshared electrons, then what's the use of that medicine? It will not react to our system, right? Because that's already stable, common sense, right? We take the medicines because there's a lot of electrons unshared in that medicines, and then we meet it also meet in our unshared electrons inside our body. If not, so there's no purpose anymore. Okay, if that medicines are already stable, the electrons are already stable. Okay, for example, you take the Panadol, and the Panadol already stable. So what's the purpose of Panadol taking in our body? If there's no unshared electrons with that Panadol, then how can it react to our system? Okay, so it's understood that those medicines, okay, capsules, herbal, and everything, there are always unshared electrons coming from the substances in order it can react also to the substances that have uncharged electrons in our body so that it will react with each other to be stable and to produce the effectiveness of that medicine. And after that effectiveness, we will be healed. And that's the impact overreaction. And I thank you. Ganon. Okay? And now we go to the flavonoid. Again, and for sorry, we have four excess unshared electrons. Okay. You know, very interesting. It's just like a game. It doesn't mean that I am a chemical engineer. That's why I'm enjoying this. You know, it's really, like a game, right? Like a playing a game. Then if you are really understand what you are doing, then you will be happy, right? You're sharing the information because you are really confident enough to share the information because you study, you explore, you research, you read, and it's very related to your profession as a chemical engineer. Then you will be happy by sharing the information, something like that. And it's really related to our healthy lifestyle, related to our intake of the food and drinks every day. So it would be really related. That's why. Okay. Now the OH hydroxyl group. Okay, like this. Hydroxyl, negative charge of OH. So this OH also will react to the H with water. Not only the water, the fatty acid, like this. Anything that has H. For example, aldehyde has an H, right? So carbonyl, double bond oxygen, blah blah blah, and then there's an H. It will react there. And also the fatty acids, there's an H in the carboxylic group at the end corner. It will react also there. Okay. See, if the fats will react to this flavonoid, what will happen to your fats? It will be digested, or it will be broken. So it helps a lot to digest the fats. Okay, because it reacts to the OH of the flavonoid, just like that, right? You can really understand. Okay, so if you have so many fats now, then it will be killed by the flavonoid because it will react with the OH here, something like that. Okay, so not only the viruses, microorganisms, but also the fats, the triglycerides, the cholesterol, okay, like that, blah, 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 so and so. Okay. But you should remember that always the negative charge will react to the other, electrons that will donate, something like that. Donate, accept. Okay. So electron acceptor, blah, blah, blah. Donate, proton donator, like that. You should understand that principle also in oxidation reduction. Okay, so that's the basis for this. Okay, so this is very important as a medicinal property of any medicines we take, especially to those have diseases right now in our home, in our hospitals, like that, and also the vaccine. Okay, secondary metabolites. Okay, like this. So you cannot see this in your naked eye, but you can see this only if you are going to the laboratory. You will get the sample, okay? Take a sample and then analyze, okay, by qualitative testing, qualitative chemistry. We need to determine what's the elements present, okay, if it's really reacted with, okay, not quantitative, because quantitative is more on the amounts like this. Qualitative tests in the laboratory, we can determine the OH, the O, like this, and the flavonoid, blah, 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 so and so. Okay, so like this. Okay, now I have grapes in my refrigerator. So, Sotero, what are the charot? Ganon. So I will return the strawberry because strawberry also are very helpful to our health system. It's very expensive, but I have to buy. I have no choice. Okay, like that. I will return this to the refrigerator. So because especially in Asian countries or whatever, especially in the Philippines, you cannot buy easily strawberry because it's very expensive. Really, really, it's very expensive. The grapes. I'll tell you honestly and frankly. So it's not also financially practical to buy this stuffs, right? So that's also the barrier sometimes of any individuals because these are very costly. Okay, unless you have in your garden like that. That's why also buy directly the supplements, blah blah blah. Sometimes, okay, and then it depends on the person what they are trying to do to combat or to fight those diseases or to improve and maintain their health system. But for me, I love this fresh, fresh juices coming from the fruits. Okay, that's because wako maanad og mga vitamins and multivitamins. Okay. Okay. Now, talaga. Ay, mabuang ko aning grapes. Wow. Grapes. Nandito na si grapes. Ta-da! I don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep 'cause I miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss a thing. I don't wanna miss a thing. I don't wanna miss a thing. Yes, now. And I don't wanna miss a thing. Thank you. That was I Don't Wanna Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. Binibirit ko lang siya. Charot! Okay, now we have the grapes. Let's take a look. Green grapes. And these grapes. Sir Sotero, what are the nutritional facts of this green strawberry? First, this contains vitamin K. Wow, charot. What is the purpose of vitamin K in our body? Anybody? Since we know vitamin A is for the good eyesight, helps for the production of red blood cells, like this. Okay, vitamin B is producing of energy in our body, like that, especially the thiamine. Okay, like that. And vitamin C is the ascorbic acid, gives us antioxidants to fight any diseases, like that. Okay, vitamin D also is very important in our bone. Okay, like that, development, something like that. So what is really vitamin K? Anybody? Vitamin K also has the same function with the vitamin D. Also develop healthful bone, joints, tissues, cells, blah blah blah, so on, so for growth, development of our bones, something like that. Okay, so this grapes contains vitamin K. Okay, rich also in potassium. Okay, if you intake potassium daily alatul, so it can fight also the symptoms of osteoporosis. Okay, the weakening of your bone together with the calcium. Okay, calcium and potassium will go together, something like that, and they are friendship with each other to maintain the stability, the endurability, and the strong, compact of the structure of the bone. Okay, so potassium, rich in potassium. What else? So, what else? This contains a lot of antioxidants. This one, this discussion. Flavonoids, blah, 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 so and so. Okay? So this flavonoids is in the grapes, if you try to conduct the analysis for this. And these flavonoids, which are coming from the polyphenols, okay, rich in antioxidants, this one. Okay. The primary purpose of antioxidants is to protect ourselves again from any damaged tissues, cells like this, and then to prevent diseases from coming in, to fight or to kill those viruses, bacteria, blah, 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 so on. So, okay, the first thing to do is to eliminate the free radicals. The free radicals are the outlet of these viruses inside our body. Okay, uncharged single atom of oxygen. Okay, those are free radicals. A lot. There are millions of oxygen that is unpaired, unshared, and there's instability. So the viruses will come there. If you eat grapes, dili alatul, for example, 400 milligrams, it will give more yield of antioxidant. It will help that our oxygen there will become stable already, and those single atoms, free radicals, will try to be lesser or eliminated. Then there's no outlet for the bad bacteria and viruses to come in our body. That's why those supplements called Intra is very effective also, because it contains grapes in their formulation. Okay, Intra food supplements, because it contains antioxidants and flavonoids also. Okay, as you can see in their picture, in the back of there's grapes, there's botanical extract. Botanical extract meaning coming from the plants extracts. Okay, vitamins and minerals obtained from the plant and mixed with the fruits. That's why those products are very effective. Okay, like that, something like that. Okay, so this grapes. Another, what else? This rich in quercetin. What is a quercetin? Oh my gosh, quercetin is a polyphenol also that will try to lower the blood pressure, reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Wow. Improve the heart health, something like that, and will fight the cell damage. Wow, perfect. So this quercetin component is found also in grapes. Wow. So if you keep eating grapes every day for 5 years, then there will be no disease coming from your body. Because imagine, prevent cell damage, lowers blood pressure, improve heart health. Oh, di ba? That's quercetin, polyphenol, rich in antioxidants. So, Sotero, what else? Okay, later I'll be showing to you the formula also, why they react inside our body, something like that. Okay, we have another chemical compound or chemical compound also known as xanthine. Xan- Zeaxanthine and lutein. Okay, zeaxanthin and lutein components of these grapes. Okay, just like an egg or any beta carotene food like carrots, it will improve good eyesight. Okay, then it will prevent, the age-related macular degeneration of your eyes, and then it can decrease the possibility of developing a cataract. You know, cataract inside your eyes, okay, and glaucoma, like a tumor that will appear to your eyes, something like that, okay? So the more you eat grapes, the more you cannot develop those diseases in your eyes because this contains lutein and zeaxanthin. Wow. So these are the components found in the grapes, okay? So zeaxanthin, quercetin, lutein. So there what else? Charot. Okay, we have also catechin. Catechin improves the zinc level in our body. Wow, zinc level. If we have an improved zinc level in our body, then it will improve our steroid hormones, specifically for men, testosterone, and for the women, which is that estrogen, the female sex hormone, estrogen, and the male sex hormone testosterone. Now, if we have a high zinc level or adequate, then because eating of grapes have a level of zinc, then our reproductive system will be healthy. Okay, something like that. Okay, the zinc level is high. Okay, or good, something like that. And not only that, for the skin also, because zinc also is related to the proper development of the skin, blah blah blah, so and so. Okay, what else, Sotero? And now I will introduce to you another polyphenol known as resveratrol. Wow, ano ba naman to? Ang hirap na. Resveratrol. So, Sotero, what is resveratrol? I will show you the formula for resveratrol. Okay. Resveratrol, oh my gosh, is improve the blood flow circulation of your blood and the brain, okay, and in your body, something like that. Blood flow circulation between your brain and your body, like this, and the heart, everything. If you eat grapes every time, daily, daily, alatul, okay, like that. So that is for the resveratrol. And not only that, also, it can also prevent heart diseases or cardiovascular diseases, and then lowers the blood pressure again. Okay, and then also it can reduce the inflammation, right? The wounding on the scar, SCER, the scarring of our organs inside our body, the inflammation, then it will prevent that one. Okay, and it can kill also the bad microorganisms like that, bacteria, any form of viruses also. Wow, so grapes are very powerful, right? Okay, something like that. Okay, so as you can see, antioxidants, which are mainly coming from the polyphenols or phenolic property under secondary metabolite, you can observe that it's really for the fighting of the disease, right? For this situation, for the flavonols, okay, antioxidant. You know that always lowers blood pressure, reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases, prevent heart attack, prevent heart stroke, okay, fight against the developmental cancers. Okay, this also, okay, for the quercetin and the resveratrol. Cancers, okay? Cancers, developmental cancers, meaning in the organ. Okay, not through the genes, not through the sex, not no, meaning gender, not like that, not through the age. Meaning developmental cancer, meaning it is a cancer derived by organs, main organs in our body. It will develop because of that. Okay, so that what we call as developmental cancer. So these grapes have the properties which are specifically the flavonoid that will fight against developmental cancers. Okay, though this is expensive, right? Okay, that's all for the grapes. And I thank you. Okay, now I will show you the molecular formula of the grapes. Okay, wait for a while. And then I'm going to show you the, my gosh, oh, saya special. I think I have to end this live streaming. I will be able to continue for another part 2 for this healthy lifestyle live streaming. Okay? Hindi ko siya nakain yung ano ko. Charot! Nuts, polysaturated fatty acids, good for the health. Okay? Cashew, peanuts, green peas. Oh my God! Almonds for healthy lifestyle. Ba yan? You know, I'll tell you something. You wanna eat peanuts, cashew, almonds, corn, green peas. I mixed it in a one container. Perfect. Wow. May ganon? Yes. I'll tell you something. Peanuts and corn are cheap compared to almonds and cashew. Imagine I buy cashew like this only. It costs too much, really. I will multiply like this. Blah, 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 times ganon. Charot. Oh my gosh. 317 pesos for only like this. One small plastic. Cashew. You know cashew? Cashew have health benefits also. It can improve the digestion process in our body, something like that. It can improve the heart health. Because again, this is unsaturated fats, okay? Saturated fatty acids. That's the function of that in our body. It's not bad, okay? Like that. So even though that is sweet, the cashew has a fructose. We know that because it's sweet, right? But it's helpful also, okay? Like that, okay? It's sweet, really. The sweet here is the cashew only. The almonds is like, no taste. And then the peanuts, you know what's the taste of peanuts already, right? The corn, oh, salty a little bit. Wow. Excess salts can cause fat, okay? Be careful also. But we need salt in order we can produce a good digestion process because of hydrochloric acid. It is the digestion acid that comes primarily from the raw material of sodium chloride or salt. Okay, if you don't have salt in our body, then how can we produce the hydrochloric acid? Think. And this hydrochloric acid will really, dissolve other substances there, toxins that are not necessary really to our body also. But not all, but they can really, dissolve, okay, other toxins also, okay? So that's why we need also salt, okay? That's the purpose. Wow. Sarap. Green peas. Green peas is rich in quercetin. Quercetin polyphenol, right? To lowers the blood pressure. This one, green peas. Wow. And unsaturated fatty acids also. Every time we eat, we always consider like this and oh my God, it's so funny, right? Every time we put in our mouth, we will say, this is vitamin blah, ganon. Problem also with the hospitals, if all people knows what are the prevention of the disease, and nobody will be admitted to the hospital already. Nobody will get the disease because they know already what to do. Okay, so who will pay them in their salary if no patient will be admitted? Okay, it's also a business, right? That's why they'll never tell the patient immediately all the diseases, even though they know, because that's business. Okay, like that. Then if nobody will be admitted to the hospital or nobody will be checked up like that, then how can they receive the money? If all people knows what to prevent in order we cannot have a disease like that. See, imagine. See, but it's good that not all people knows that. Okay, okay. That's why an advantage to them. They always receive money through blood tests, like urine test, liver test, like this, because most of the people in the world don't care about that. Okay, if most of the people care about that, then there's no people in the hospital to be admitted also, unless they are very old already, right? But there are patients who are very young, like that. They abuse their health too much. Okay? For the old people, it's acceptable because 60 plus, all kinds of diseases will come out. But for the young people, I think it's not really that justifiable. Okay, something like that. Okay? So, meaning to say, majority doesn't know what to prevent, what kind of food to prevent, or they abuse themselves, okay, by taking foods that are very delicious in the mouth, but very bad to the health. Okay, that's usually like that. Very good to the mouth, to the taste, okay, but it has a very, very detrimental effect. Wow, detrimental meaning a very fatal effect, or it's a adverse effect in our body, meaning not good, very bad, harmful, like this. The same meaning, okay? Detrimental, okay? Oh, wow, sarap. Anybody? Corn, peanuts, green peas, and cashew. Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. I feel cold because I off the AC. Okay. And come back. You wanna eat cashew, peanut, green peas, and corn. These are all saturated fatty acids, good for the health. Okay, something like that. And most of these are, hydrophilic, soluble to water. Later, some of it will be digested easily by the water only. Okay, not necessarily they have to take multivitamins or whatever. Okay, it can be dissolved directly in our system, blah blah blah, so and so. Okay, now I will show to you the formula of quercetin. Charot ay. Ganon. Ay, plavanol first, general formula. Okay, hello guys. General formula. Oh my gosh. Where's my pen? Ano ba yan? General formula of flavanol. Okay, ganon. And then we have to think also that if we have a organic chemical formula, then we need to count each elemental components. It has the same number of atoms. For example, how many oxygen atoms are there? How many hydrogen are there? Something like that. To quantify really, to prove that our molecular structural formula is correct because it is the same with our general molecular formula, something like that. Okay, flavanol, okay, like this. As far as I could remember, it has 10 carbon atoms. I may correct, I may be wrong. We will just prove by counting individually, okay? Hydrogen atoms is 15, and then we have oxygen, which is 3 for the flavanol, okay? Like this. So, Sotero, what's that? Okay, this is the flavanol formula of a component. Okay, so medicinal component used in medicines. Okay, 10 atoms of carbon. Okay, 15 atoms of hydrogen, and 3 atoms of oxygen. Now, let's count one by one the carbon and hydrogen and oxygen in this molecular structural formula. Okay, look at me. Okay, carbon. The corners, the sharp corners of these benzene ring or the polygon, right, with 6 sides. Okay, like 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hexagon. Hexagon is an example of polygon. Okay, benzene is an hexagon. Okay, because it has 6 carbon atoms and 6 atoms of hydrogen. And now we count the numbers of carbon here. Okay, carbon 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You will ask, sir, it's more than. Now we investigate. Okay, we investigate. This one have OH already, something like that. Okay, so we need to adjust the number of carbons, something like that for this. Okay, so 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, 10, okay, like this, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, okay, 16, like this. So 16. So carbon is 16. I put carbon first, like this. Assign carbon atoms because as I said earlier, the sharp corners are carbon. So carbon, 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 ganon. Okay? And then hydrogen, 1, 1, 2, 3, so 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala na siya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala na siya. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala na siya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meron siya usa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ganon. Wala na siya. Charot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Meron siyang usa diri. Ganon. So, 1, 1, 2, 3. May usa siya. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala na siya. So, 1, 2, 3, usa. 1, 2, 3, usa. Charot. 1, 2, 3, usa. 1, 2, 3, usa. And 1, 2, 3, usa. Ganon. Okay, count. So, count na siya. So, dito ako magsimula sa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Oxygen. 1, 2, okay, 3. 3 oxygen. Ganon. Okay. Now, this one. Okay. Now, there's a double bond. So many double bond. Double bond will be CN, H2N, minus 2. Okay, double bond. Ganon siya ha. Okay. CN, H2N minus 2. So, minus 10, 16. 2 times 16, 32 minus 2. So, C16H32, ganon. So, So our molecular formula, which is C10H15O3, initially is wrong. So we have CHO, which is 16 carbon atoms, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and oxygen, this one. Okay. Okay, because the counting is more accurate than the general formula because I memorized that one. So that's why I told you, even even if you will not memorize, you will put the structural formula by counting one by one. Okay, because it's not easy. Though we trust our memory, sometimes it could be interchange like that, or some are missing. So the only way to make that perfect is to draw the molecular structural formula because you can easily count. That's the technique. Except for inorganic chemistry is very easy, okay, to memorize. Okay, but this organic chemistry is too much complicated. Okay, that's why. Especially there are, this one. What do you call this one? This ring. Then you have to count like this. And then the edge are not shown, right? So I am the only one who showed the edge, right? But it's shown in the books. There's no edge here. In organic chemistry books, there's no showing of edge somewhere in the corner. It's really that understood that the excess there is the hydrogen. But since if you have no idea like that, then you will be lost also. So that's why you need to have the basic concept, okay? Or basic theory to understand really the structuring of organic compounds. If there's no H, that means automatic, that's H. It's not being shown only like this for the benzene ring, something like that. And then this one, double bond, if there are two straight, diagonal, this double bond, okay, 1, 2, double bond ng siya. Okay, if triple bond, 1, 2, 3, i-counter mo siya. Ganon. Okay, ang bonding mo, matter man diha. Okay, pila ka buok. Okay, you understand? It's the purpose for that. Okay, and then that's the flavanol. And then we go to the quercetin. Okay, gosh, the quercetin have so many OH. This is very effective compared to the other flavanol. Okay, quercetin like this. I'll show you. The parent structural formula is starting always with flavanol, ha? Okay, that's your technique already. Okay, only matter with the additional or how many OH. Ganun lang siya. Okay, always. Ganun siya talaga. Okay. Ganon. So, like that. Always, ha? Then the matter lang only has a OH attachment. Something like that. Okay? Ganon. Ganon lang siya. This one. Okay. And here. One, two, three, four, five. Like this. So many OH. This one. This is the quercetin. Quercetin polyphenols. So a lot of OH. So there's a chance that it could react to different, substances that has a polar environment, right? Okay, so it will attract more the free radicals compared to the ordinary flavanol, right? Okay, like this. Okay, so how many OH? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 outlets for the reaction for the free radicals. Okay, so it's easy for this quercetin to stabilize these free radicals so that these bacteria and viruses could no longer uh, jump in there, something like that. Okay, because there's no purpose anymore. So that's their purpose only is to enjoy with the free radicals. Okay, like that. If there's no free radicals, then why you are going here? Something like just like a person also. If you have nothing to do there, why you will go there? Something like that also. Okay, so it will defeat their purpose already if there's no free radicals. So these viruses and bacteria will never go there because the quercetin are already stabilizing the free radicals in our body. Something like that. Okay, so that's That's it. Okay, that's very effective. Okay, so more have a polar environment with the substances and react with this free charges. Okay, free radicals, free. Okay, free radicals. Okay, this one, free radicals. Okay, okay. So our body will always make these free radicals also. That's a problem. Okay, that's why we have a single atom of oxygen unstabilized always. And then there's the time really they will destroy the cells, the damage our, because no more partner to be paired with this unpaired oxygen electrons exist as a single atom because that is their normal behavior. Oxygen will not exist as a single atom. It always exists as two oxygen gas, right? O2. And then why only one? So that's abnormal already. So that's why he will kill he will damage the cells in the heart, in the brain, all. He will do that. And then if we don't apply this polyphenols, we did not eat the fruits and vegetables like this, then problem, disease will come in. Okay, toxins will be there like this, and bacteria will be there. So that's why we need to eat citrus fruits all the time, something like this, because citrus fruits rich in this polyphenols known as quercetin. Not only quercetin, as I mentioned earlier, right? Lutein, anthocyanin, okay, zeaxanthin, ganon. Okay, and resveratrol. I'll show you the resveratrol, ha. Charot. Actually, no, the term is really deep, right? Actually, we're not studying this too much in chemical engineering because, we're not dealing too much this, okay? Our organic chemistry doesn't reach here. This is more, mainly on the biochemistry. I think this BS biology, the basics for medical science. Okay, preparatory, I think so, for all medicine courses. BS biology, because this is life, right? Study of life. So we will never reach this point, but I really explore. Okay, this one. Okay, the resveratrol. Okay. So klaro na kayo ha. Resveratrol have OL at the end. So meaning this flavanol or polyphenol, right? With OL, right? And has rich of antioxidants. Okay, I'll show the formula where this reaction takes place when the viruses and organisms will be killed. Something like that. Okay. So we have here. Imagine if there's no like this, right? In the fruits, then we will be die, right? Because the viruses will come in immediately in our body, but organisms will come in immediately if nobody will fight them, right? Okay. Aside from any nutrients, vitamins, so this really is important. Okay, that's why we need to eat fruits and vegetables, something like that. Okay, my goodness, like this. Okay, the resveratrol, my friend, is only two benzene ring. The partner benzene ring on the bottom part has been removed. Only this one. Okay, but the double bond still follows, still applies. Okay, it doesn't change. Okay, like this. Okay, but the OH is already three OH. So meaning to say only less OH compared to the quercetin. Okay, my gosh, like this. Okay, it's gonna be the resveratrol. Okay, so this is okay. So if you eat grapes, also have this flavanol like this. Okay, very effective to fight the bad bacteria, viruses, and any microorganisms. I always put bad because we have bacteria also that are good bacteria which are probiotics also in our body. I said a while ago, we have a microbiome family composed of millions of good bacteria in our body. That's their purpose first, to fight the bad bacteria. But time will come, they can no longer, sustain. Because too much bad bacteria will come. That's why you need help for the antioxidant, nutrients, vitamins like this because he cannot afford to kill. Okay, those viruses, too many already also. Okay, common sense. Okay, that's why he needs backup or weapons like nutrients, vitamins like this. Okay, and the flavanols, something like that. Okay, so there are so many things to consider, not only the flavanol. Okay, like this. So this is the formula of resveratrol. Okay, something like that. Okay, and now we count the carbon. We count so that we can have a good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So C 14. Okay. And then hydrogen, 1, 2, 3. Makalagot ang hydrogen. Okay? 3, charot. 3. See, very complicated because it doesn't specify, but tiyaga, may nilaga. Okay, 1, charot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala na siya. 1, 2, 3. Meron siya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala na siya. 1, 2, 3. Isa. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala na siya. So count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So H12. Oxygen, count. 1, okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 oxygen. So this is the formula of resveratrol. Okay. C14H12O3. Okay. 14 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 3 atoms of oxygen. Okay, that's resveratrol, flavanol, and their polyphenols. Okay, like that. So it's easy, right? If we can count, only not memorizing, right? Because it will be confusing, something like that. Okay. Okay. But actually, flavanol, based on the memorization, not to count, is C10H15O3, this one. Flavanol, this one. Okay, like this. But we should trust our memory because we need to structure it so that we can have a perfect number of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, like this. Hello guys, thank you so much for watching this live streaming. If you think that this live stream is beneficial to you and you gain a little bit of information, then you can like, comment, and if you are not subscribing yet my YT channel, then it's about time to subscribe. And please click the notification bell for some newest updates of I Am a Singer, Eternal Voice. The coverage are all about occupational safety and health, science, and related to healthy lifestyle. Bye-bye. God bless everybody. Charot. Talaga? Ganon.